What if I told you that the quiet suburban neighborhood that you've known for years is about to change forever? And it could directly impact your property value, your lifestyle, and even your future here in Surrey. Thousands of Surrey residents, they have no idea that everything around them is about to shift dramatically. Major zoning law changes are sweeping across all of British Columbia, and they could completely reshape how your streets look, how your neighborhood feels, and even how much your property is worth. And if you sleep on this, you could find yourself on the wrong side of these changes, and that could impact your property value, the quality of your life, and maybe even your future neighborhood. So stick with me here for the next few minutes, and I'm going to not only explain how these zoning changes could transform your neighborhood, but I'll also show you exactly how to check if your property is directly affected by these new rules. Plus, I'm going to tell you what you can do to stay ahead of the curve and avoid any nasty surprises. Okay, so let's dive in and start here with a little history. Now, for years, BC zoning laws, they have focused on two extremes, either single-family homes or high-rise apartment buildings. But this has left a gap, especially as cities have grown and housing prices went through the roof. Middle-income families, they were getting squeezed out by fewer options. And so in July 2024, BC introduced the Homes for People Action Plan, which is a total game changer. Now, this new plan, it allows for small-scale, multi-unit housing. So I want you to think about duplexes, triplexes, and even fourplexes to be built on properties that used to be reserved only for single-family homes. And so what does this actually mean for neighborhoods in Surrey? It means that some of those peaceful streets that you're used to might soon become a lot busier. But here's the kicker, it's not all doom and gloom. For some homeowners, this could be a huge opportunity. This is a chance to develop, create additional housing units, and even boost your property value. All of which I'm going to talk about in just 1 second. But first, if you're new to this channel, my name is Glen Hopkins, and I create videos all about Canadian real estate and my local market of Surrey and White Rock, BC. So if that is something that you're interested in, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and that way you're not going to miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Also, if you would like my help with either buying or selling a home, there is a link in the description box below where you can schedule a call with me. Okay, so how do these new zoning laws affect you as a homeowner in Surrey? Well, let's say that you've got a 3,000 square foot lot. Under these new rules, you could potentially redevelop it into a duplex, add a basement suite or basement suites, or even build a coach house. Now, that sounds like a pretty sweet deal, right? I mean, it opens up a lot of possibilities, especially if you're thinking about selling or expanding. But here's where things get a little more complicated. More density can bring on more noise, more traffic, and of course, more parking issues. And then suddenly that quiet street where you used to take a peaceful walk or, ride your bike or maybe walk your dog, it could be gone. And so if you've been enjoying a more laid back lifestyle, this could be a big shift for you. But tell me, does this hit home for you? I mean, maybe you've noticed that there's a lot more cars on your street or construction starting to pop up nearby. Go ahead, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on how these changes are affecting your specific neighborhood. And also be sure to stick around because in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you how that you can find out if your property is directly impacted by these new zoning rules. And trust me, this is something you're definitely going to want to know. But first, let's talk a little bit about the debate on this issue. Not everyone is excited about these changes. Some people, they see it as a way to fix BC's housing crisis, but others, well, they're worried about the impact of their neighborhoods. If you live nearby a SkyTrain station or a busy bus route, you could see even more extreme changes. We're talking taller, denser buildings that could start popping up very nearby to where you live. So, imagine high-rise buildings suddenly going up right there behind you in your backyard. For many homeowners, that's a huge concern. It threatens the loss of community, the community that they've worked so hard to build. So here's the question. Are you okay with these changes? Would you welcome more density and development, or are you hoping to preserve the character of your specific neighborhood. Again, let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious to know how you feel about all of these changes going on. Okay, let's have a quick look here at the real pros and cons these changes might have on homeowners like you. So starting with the pros, number one is more housing options. So duplexes, triplexes, and garden suites is going to mean more people can live in high demand areas such as Surrey. Number two, potential increase in property values. So if you can redevelop your lot into multi-unit homes, you could see your property value rise. Number three is addressing the housing crisis, of course. With more homes, there's hope that middle-class families might actually have more affordable options. Now, when we look on the con side, the three cons are, number one is increased density, okay? There's going to be more homes per lot, which means more traffic, more noise, and fewer parking spaces. Number two, of course, is the strain on the infrastructure. Things like schools, roads, public services, they could all struggle to keep up with this new development. And number three is the loss of community character. The quiet single-family streets that you love, they might change into denser, busier neighborhoods. So which of these points matters most to you? You know, are you focused more on preserving the character of your street, or do you see the opportunity for higher property values? You know, either way, it's really worth thinking about how these changes are going to look moving forward. And just a quick reminder here, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can check if your property is directly impacted by these new zoning changes. So make sure you stick around for that. But here's the bottom line. You know, if you're living in Surrey or you're thinking about moving here, it's critical that you understand how these zoning changes might affect your property. Will your street see a sudden influx of new developments? Could your property values rise? Or are you in for more noise, traffic, and parking issues? Of course, the thing is here is if you wait too long, you could miss out on opportunities, or you could get completely blindsided by these changes. So acting now, it's going to give you that upper hand. So don't wait until it's too late to figure out what's happening in your specific neighborhood. All right, so the question then becomes is how do you check if your property is directly impacted by these new zoning laws? Well, it's pretty easy. Just click on the link in the description below and it's going to take you to a tool where you can enter in your property's location and find out which zoning regulations are going to apply. And this is crucial info if you're buying or selling, so make sure that you check it out. So is this the end of single family housing in Surrey? Well, maybe, but it's also the beginning of a new era. We're going to see more housing options, more development opportunities, and for better or worse, a denser, more urban future for our neighborhoods. And if you're thinking about relocating to Surrey and you want to know some of the best neighborhoods while avoiding the absolute worst, be sure to watch this video popping up right now. And as always, if you have any questions or you would like some help with either buying or selling a home, feel free to book a call with me using the link in the description box below. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video.